Have you ever dreamed of retiring at an incredibly young age, like in your 30s or 40s? It may sound impossible, but there's a growing movement called Financial Independence Retire Early or FIRE that aims to make this dream a reality. The idea of retiring decades before the traditional retirement age is undoubtedly alluring, but is it achievable for everyone? Let's explore this fascinating concept together and understand the sacrifices and strategies involved in achieving FIRE. What is FIRE? FIRE stands for Financial Independence Retire Early. It's a movement that encourages people to save and invest a significant portion of their income, often around 50% or more, to accumulate enough wealth to retire decades earlier than the traditional retirement age of 65. The idea behind FIRE is simple. By living frugally and investing wisely, you can build up a large enough nest egg that will generate enough passive income to cover your living expenses for the rest of your life, allowing you to retire much earlier than most people. The FIRE lifestyle. To achieve FIRE, people typically adopt a radically different lifestyle compared to the norm. They embrace minimalism and cut down on all unnecessary expenses, often living well below their means. This might involve living in smaller homes, driving older cars, avoiding costly hobbies or vacations, and generally prioritizing saving and investing over spending. The money they save by adopting this frugal lifestyle is then invested in low-cost index funds or other investment vehicles that can grow over time through the power of compound interest. By consistently investing a large portion of their income and letting it compound over many years, FIRE enthusiasts aim to accumulate a significant nest egg that can support them for the rest of their lives. Proponents of FIRE believe that by sacrificing certain luxuries and embracing a minimalist lifestyle in the short term, they can achieve true financial freedom and enjoy a more fulfilling life without the constraints of a traditional 9-to-5 job. They often prioritize experiences and freedom over material possessions, and many use their early retirement to pursue passions, travel, or engage in purposeful work on their own terms. Variations of FIRE. While the core principles of FIRE remain the same, there are different variations of the movement, depending on an individual's lifestyle preferences and financial goals. Fat FIRE. This variation is for people who want to maintain a more luxurious lifestyle during retirement and require a larger nest egg. Fat FIRE followers may aim for a higher withdrawal rate, such as 5% or more, to support a more expensive retirement lifestyle. Lean FIRE. On the other end of the spectrum, lean FIRE is for those who are willing to live an extremely minimalist lifestyle and require a smaller nest egg. Lean FIRE enthusiasts often aim to retire on less than $40,000 per year, embracing a bare-bones existence to achieve financial independence as quickly as possible. Barista FIRE. This variation involves working part-time jobs with benefits, such as at a coffee shop, hence the name barista, to supplement retirement income and reduce the required nest egg. By earning a modest income from a part-time job, Barista FIRE followers can reduce the amount they need to withdraw from their investments, potentially making their nest egg last longer. Coast FIRE. This approach involves accumulating enough money to cover living expenses until traditional retirement age, essentially coasting until then without the need to save further. Coast FIRE followers may switch to less demanding or more enjoyable jobs once they've reached their coast number. Is FIRE achievable for everyone? While the concept of FIRE is undoubtedly appealing, it's important to recognize that it may not be achievable or desirable for everyone. Here are some key factors to consider. Income level. FIRE requires an extremely high savings rate, often 50% or more, which can be extremely challenging for those with lower incomes or significant financial obligations such as student loans or medical expenses. Those with higher incomes will generally have an easier time achieving FIRE. Cost of living. The cost of living in your area can significantly impact the amount of money needed to retire early. Those living in high-cost areas like major cities or coastal regions may need to save significantly more to achieve FIRE compared to those living in more affordable areas. Lifestyle preferences. FIRE often requires sacrificing certain luxuries and living a more frugal lifestyle, which may not be desirable or practical for everyone. Some may not be willing to give up certain comforts or experiences for the sake of retiring early. Job stability. Achieving FIRE typically requires consistent employment and income over an extended period, often a decade or more. Those with unstable or unpredictable employment situations may find it challenging to maintain the necessary savings rate. Discipline and persistence. Sticking to a strict savings and investment plan for decades requires an immense amount of discipline and persistence. It can be easy to get sidetracked or discouraged over such a long time horizon, especially when faced with unexpected expenses or life events. Family obligations. Those with children or other family obligations may find it more difficult to maintain the level of frugality and savings required for FIRE, as they need to balance their financial goals with the needs and expenses of their dependents. While FIRE may be achievable for some, it's important to recognize that it is not a one-size-fits-all solution and may require significant sacrifices and trade-offs that not everyone is willing or able to make. The importance of balance. While the principles of FIRE can be valuable for anyone looking to improve their financial situation and achieve greater independence, it's essential to strike a balance between saving for the future and enjoying the present. Extreme frugality and deprivation can lead to burnout and resentment and ultimately decrease overall life satisfaction. Instead of viewing FIRE as an all-or-nothing approach, it may be more beneficial to adopt some of its principles, such as mindful spending, avoiding unnecessary debt, and investing consistently, while still allowing room for experiences, hobbies, and enjoyment in the present. Finding the right balance between saving for the future and living in the moment is crucial for long-term happiness and fulfillment. It's important to consider your values, goals, and priorities, and tailor your financial plan accordingly. Some may find that a more moderate approach, such as aiming for a traditional retirement age but with a higher standard of living or pursuing a semi-retirement by working part-time or freelancing, may be a better fit for their lifestyle and preferences. The FIRE movement offers a compelling alternative to the traditional retirement path, challenging the notion that we must work until our 60s or later. However, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution, and it requires significant sacrifices, discipline, and a willingness to embrace a minimalist lifestyle. While FIRE may be achievable for some, it's important to carefully consider your circumstances, financial goals, and lifestyle preferences before embarking on this journey. Not everyone may be willing or able to make the necessary trade-offs, and that's perfectly okay. Ultimately, the decision to pursue FIRE should be based on a deep understanding of the challenges and potential rewards. Whether you choose to fully embrace the FIRE lifestyle or simply adopt some of its principles, the key is to find a balanced approach that aligns with your values and long-term aspirations, while still allowing room for joy and fulfillment in the present. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel for more engaging and informative content on personal finance, investing, and achieving financial freedom.